take that one. I'll take that one.
What stone numbers have we got here? So 5 and 6 are out.
I'll go 7 and 8. Okay. And we are, if we're playing intern then, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so slide down that side there. Okay.
Okay. Do you think it will still be about the same sort of speed?
Probably a slow start. Probably throw 2-7. Try and throw 2-7 again. We run the stone up that side. Run the stone up that side.
Yep.
That's to help.
Vad var det du hade? Var det 2:an som är åt sidan?
Ja, 1, 3, 4.
Köra 4:an då, eller? 3:an?
Ja. Det är bra.
Two 6-2, probably get tons, I think.
Alla tycks ju dra upp stenen ganska så precis i spåret.
Ja.
Ser, de gör ju det 2 gånger och så. Så det kanske vi ska göra nu också. Per tyckte att det gick jämnare nu.
Ja.
Men de hade ju nykingat också.
Ja.
Jag sa ju till och frågade så här, hur känns isen? Det var väl bara så här, men jag bara, ja, lite
Because we're running up here.
så här, vi brukar vara ganska
I'll go for 2-7 this time, 2-7-5. There's like a sweep out of
Alltså,
that.
så här, hint, det är ju, jag tycker det är sjukt, jag hade gärna hört det. Så här, det här är vi vana vid. Så han bara, okej. Och så nu sa Per att det var typ ganska jämna saker från början. Och jag bara, kan tänkas när de har dragit till kingen. Och så bara, men då nyttjar de med den kanske. Jag vet inte, jag bara chansar nu. För då är det ena gången de har tid. Och då lär det ska skilja ganska mycket mellan.
2-7. Whoa.
Things may need a bit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Leave it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Satt du rätt mycket den här nu också?
Ja. Man har ju typ 13 blank.
Whoa, whoa. Ah, nice. That's a peach. Well done. Yes, what time it was?
What time was that?
Åh jäklar vad frostigt det var.
Frostigt, ja.
Det var ju skitmycket snö under stenen nu.
Det var den.
Did that finish just inside the way?
Fine.
70 eller?
Jag tror 70-75 tror jag.
Tror du det?
Ja, 75.
Jag bara tänker, din förra där, då spelar ju du 50.
Ja.
Spelar du andra 60.
Ja, jag var mer att henne stod ut och stanna igen nu. Ja, nej men spela 80. Spela 80 du. Ja.
Tjej. Så på slutet kommer den gå i ett nytt spår.
Ja, gå på känsla bara det.
Ja.
Mer fart i den här, den är 56.
2.8, but it's right off it.
It's going to slow right up though.
Ja, men curlar och...
He might even get it.
It's going a bit
Bra chansat.
Sitt.
Just though. Not bad either. So.
nearly.
Good game.
Good game. Good game.
Good game.
Good game.
Yeah.
I'll swap them. I was going to set them up.
Hello and welcome to the Dutch Masters Curling Mixed Doubles Tournament here in Curlingbaan Zoetermeer in the Netherlands. We are in round number 11. Great play this weekend. Live broadcast bringing you today is Lee and Judith McCleary,
Nu tar vi den här matchen. Vi fick
Team from
lite hjälp av
Scotland.
de andra, så nu är det-
currently unfortunately lost the Scottish Championships and is the second place team in Scotland. They are future or past participants at 2 World Championships. They made 2 appearances in 2012, winning placing 5th. Their opponent in this game is a team new to mixed doubles, but definitely not new to curling. Net Norberg and Vincent Stenberg. Net Norberg is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Participated at 11 World Championships, 15 Europeans, and probably the most decorated women curler in history. 7 golds at Europeans, 3 silvers, 2 bronze. World Championships, 3 golds, 2 silvers, and 4 bronze. So she's really enjoying getting back into a competitive environment of curling, and left women's play a few years ago, but is now here on the ice competing in the mixed doubles. One of the 2 teams Sweden has in the final rounds to qualify for the mixed doubles worlds later this year in April in Lethbridge, Canada.
Fast jag tror att-
So welcome to the live broadcast and these 2 great teams.
Okej.
They are currently sitting, Lee and Judith are 2-0 record so far this weekend.
Might call a wee bit more later.
Med tanke på att din 56 stannar liksom
Annette
på rött.
and Vincent are sitting 2-1, having lost their first game to our very own Jaap van Dorp,
Jag vet inte vad du hade för split på den.
Bjerkoski
Ja, det
from
var det jag tyckte,
Hungary.
liksom.
So, first
75.
shots are underway.
Slides.
Judith and Lee have won the hammer in the first end.
Yep.
If you're new to mixed doubles, play is a little different than regular curling. 2 stones are placed stationary in play before the first draw is thrown.
Nice shot.
The team with the hammer has a stone at the back of the forefoot. You'll see that sitting just biting the back of the
I was
button
just
there,
going to sit down there.
behind the button. The team without the hammer has a guard placed at a designated spot on the center line, front of the
Spela
circles.
70-75 för det är helt okej att gå ner mot det där.
You have 2 throwers, 2 players in rather than 4 in a regular curling game. The first thrower delivers the first stone and the last stone.
85.
The second thrower in the team delivers 3 stones in the middle. Those can change end from end, so teams can change depending on their strategy, which lineup best suits them, or ice conditions, how they're feeling, how the ice is running, how the stones are running. They cannot change in the middle of an end. Once that first stone is delivered, that person must also throw the last stone. But as you can see, also lots of rocks come into play, and get our stones up. I'm joined here today in the commentary department with technical coordinator Christian Leibrandt, running the cameras and the switch. But also beside me here is Sander Haas. He's the PR manager, PR communications manager for SCO. SCO is the sponsor of a men's curling team here in the Netherlands. We work with SCO quite a lot, and he's my favorite guest today. So welcome, Sander.
Thank you very much, Harry. It's an honor to be here.
So as a little introduction, he has no experience in competitive curling, but he knows everything about PR. So this is my education hour as well.
Well, the same for me. I hope to be educated in this beautiful game. After joining you in Glasgow, I thought I understood the game a little bit, but now I'm here at the mixed doubles and the rules change again.
It changes again, but it is a really exciting discipline. And we have some of the absolute world's best teams here on the ice this weekend, so no better place to learn it.
Line's high. It's high. Still high.
Some important things that don't change compared to regular curling. The objective is to throw and put your stones in the circles. The team closest scores the points. Currently at the moment, looking on your screen, yellow is sitting 1. And in mixed doubles, you generally have a lot more stones in play. You cannot remove a stone until the 4th stone delivered. So you'll see teams here bumping stones around, moving them, juggling up a bit, but they cannot remove them. If a stone is removed, it is replaced back, and the throwing stone is then removed from play. Similar to the 4-rock rule in regular curling, you can't remove guards. Here you actually can't remove any stones. So creates a little bit more excitement, a few more rocks in play, and a really exciting game. Another thing very important is teamwork and communication. You hear a lot of communication in this game.
Räcker där. Va? Räcker! Vart är vi?
Really nice line. Really good management of that stone, getting it down into a nice line so they can block the pass.
Okej, jag hörde ingen fart överhuvudtaget hela vägen.
Aldrig den skulle vara in.
Nej. För nu,
So
den
he's
skulle
going
vi
to put on that back.
nästan... Den hade ju linjen för frysen. Så.
Ja, precis.
Judas is in the hack to throw her stone here.
I might struggle to get to nose, but nose or high of nose or inside of nose?
No, you need to try and get inside of nose.
Okay.
Yeah, catching the guard. I mean,
Okay.
So just discussing here what the margin is on that angle. Lee was down, took a look at it.
In there, so it's like really picking up, eh?
okay, well, I think 295, 3 seconds even.
Talking about the speed of the stone they want to throw, and what line and what margin and angles they need to get, so Judith can guide Lee effectively when to sweep for the right angle to hit the stone at.
Close, yeah! Yeah! Hard! Really hard! Whoa! Whoa!
Really great communication and teamwork going down the ice. Great discussion on where they wanted to go. Got a really nice angle on that. Taps it back so when they do play another one, they can be able to touch that yellow one out. It would have been nice to put it not in shot, take it out of being shot stone, but really nice setup shot.
Who's on shot?
I think we are.
Yeah, we are.
I think so.
Får nästan lägga en.
It's great to hear the communication within the teams. For me as a non-curler, it helped me understand what they're trying to do.
Yeah. Goes a little bit easier with the Scottish if you can understand it.
Yeah, my
than it does
Swedish
with
isn't so
the
good.
Swedish.
Det är de som är sista. Det är ju de som är sista.
Ja. Men de lär väl fortfarande skicka ner dem?
Vad sa du?
De lär väl skjuta ner dem?
Really bad.
Men det är ju hon, Vincent. Det är hon.
Jo, men vad ska de göra annars?
Nej, men jag vet.
A little bit of a technical problem out here.
Ja, precis. Absolut. Ja, 30 då.
Ja, jag kommer gå ut lite längre ut nu, bara så du vet. Så.
So something you can see also a little bit different with teams in mixed doubles in some of our earlier broadcasts, and this one as well. The two teams are doing different styles. Last year they removed the rule that you had to have a skip in the house. Now you can choose to have your second player as a sweeper or as a skip, and person holding the broom. That's not required in mixed doubles anymore. You can see Lee is down there kind of guiding the strategy in at the other end, whereas Vincent and Annette definitely have a sweeper and a thrower. You'll see other teams that they actually, the thrower goes to sweep. That's completely fine. It's all a matter of choice from the two teams. Sometimes a little bit whether one's a skip and one's not a skip.
I don't know which blue.
What their knowledge and experience is.
Yeah, I can see.
So the teamwork is even more important.
Like
It's extremely essential, yeah. And having a clear plan is also very important.
Okay, come up.
So Lee's been down, checked out the lines, checked out where all the stones are positioning. As a sweeper, that's a nice bonus.
That's what you can see.
And he'll guide
What we
on a visual perspective, verbally for Judith, where she needs to hit the stone, what angle she wants.
Maybe go that way. Well,
And something teams have to work on building together.
okay.
Well, he was trying to guard it, so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Den gaddar lite i alla fall.
Ja. Ja, de kan inte gå in på insidan.
Trean får ni svårt.
Yep. Yep.
Den gaddar jättebra.
Yep. Hard. Real hard. 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 Hard.
Oh. Made it by that top one. Just got a little spit off that yellow. Again, still hard to know which is shot stone.
Nu är jag ganska säker på att det är deras.
Försöka trycka ner den lite då.
Just didn't work
It's all
out
right.
quite
It's
right.
fine. It's fine.
We're definitely sitting shot stone with blue.
Den där sopar ju ner. Den där var ju garden.
Sweden will need to remove that. We'll be discussing what type of weight to play.
Vill vi försöka komma insida?
På en dragning? Ja,
Alternativet är att spela den.
precis.
Då kommer de ju fort närmare.
Ja.
Whether they want to roll inside or whether they want to roll to the outside, that'll be the question. What placement do they want to put the stone? To leave an option or
Och så bara vi
no
kommer upp
option for their opponent.
med där.
Sorry.
Ja, nej, de får inte bort båda.
Not really. Just when you're
Tänker jag.
playing with it.
Sure. In the four-man teams, you have one skip who calls the shots. How is it here? Is there one who calls the shots, or is it really teamwork?
It really depends on the players and the team you have. Judith and Lee, very clearly. Judith says, Lee kind of calls the game and he decides kind of the strategy. He's got the most skipping experience between them. Definitely for Vincent and Annette. Annette knows the game, knows the reading ice and the lines, and that's her quality. He's kind of the workhorse. He's sweeping and shot making. So Barton's this morning, 2 skips. Yagi and Freiberger, they really have expectation from themselves on reading the ice, reading the plan, reading the sheet, and they share that responsibility extremely well, the house responsibility. They had really nice dynamics to watch in the game this morning, so it was really nice to see. Yeah, I think it depends on the experience of the two teams.
92.
No. Håll rent.
Bakvitt.
Håll rent. Håll rent. Rent.
So just playing to just bump it. Sure.
Ja!
If I look out there right now, there's a lot of skips out there on the sheet. So that kind of curled up a little bit. They got off it so it didn't bounce out too much and roll out of play.
You can't see that shot.
Are we right? Definitely.
And it obviously
looks
thought
like
that they were
blue.
seeing yellow, but from here it definitely looks blue.
Yeah.
Yep.
kind of surprised that
you're not going to drop that.
Yeah.
they didn't remove that blue.
Yeah, good with that.
That they were playing that little
Just
tap
on the inside.
Om jag ska sätta mig där
or
mjuka köpet så är
guard shot. It was a little bit of a surprise for me. Decided to play the finesse.
så
Jag vill bara säga, det har inte skilt så mycket.
Potentially could have removed that blue one and rolled to the outside, rolled to the inside. It wouldn't have mattered, not left the opponent much, but
jag försökte sätta
early
typ där, så-
early in the game.
So it looked like they trying for losing 1 point, but with the risk when the yellow one leaves,
Nej, för där hade vi
it could be a
haft
3 or
liksom-
4 point
om
loss.
vi-
If he makes this in off, he's going to play a trick.
Men det är ju
Next,
går inte att veta
call it a
egentligen.
trick shot. He's going to play a chip off that top blue one in the house and try and remove the yellow. It's a shot for 4.
Here more.
Okay.
Ja, det får plocka den någonting.
Vad sa du?
Lee McCleary from Scotland.
Det ser ju jävligt bra ut.
Nice shot. Oh, sorry.
Brilliant shot.
Incredible.
Sorry.
That's a great start of the match for them.
Yep, that's a nice in off for 4. So after one end of play, we have Leah and Judith up 4 to nothing. But as we've seen very often this weekend, that doesn't necessarily depict the score line. Mixed doubles is a game where the scoreboard can switch really quickly. You take a lot of risk, get that draw weight, and we had a game yesterday. One team scored 4, the next team scored 4, and then it was 2 and 2 and extra end. So everything is possible. Vincent and Nat will need to really bear down here and make sure that Lee and Judith don't get any more advantages with building up. Get rocks in play in good positions.
Yeah, I think so. Which hand? Your turn. Okay.
Well, update on our other sheets over here as well. We have over on sheet C, Gina Aiken and Bruce Mowat.
92.
Also scoring a first ender in the first end. Maybe it's a Scottish thing.
Never for line.
Over Tuto and Tuto from Finland.
Oh, Jude, never. Never.
He's got a nice touch there. Nice draw weight. Puts that down. A little bit of a tap. Before last year, that stone used to be placed at the back of the button. And in review of the game and trying to create the best environment possible for competition, they moved it to the back of the forefoot. And that has opened up the style of play and advanced the game even more. So quite exciting things to see happening.
74. Känns som igenom.
I think it's good to see that they try different situations in order to improve the game.
Absolutely. It's ever evolving. In conception, this discipline of mixed doubles is very young. It is now been announced that it will be an Olympic sport officially in Pyeongchang. The first time, 8 teams will qualify for the Olympic Championships for their debut. Similar to the men's and women's, they qualify by gaining points at the World Championships.
What ice did you take?
First World Championships for points was last year. 12 teams were awarded points,
Which end?
and those were Sweden was not among them. So really important for the Swedish team this year to gain those points. They'll probably need to make the playoffs in the championships in order to qualify for the Olympics. But they're definitely putting the investment in time and energy and finding the right skills in order to do that.
Jag tror att det här är den.
Very committed to explore the discipline.
Yep. Hard. 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 Real hard.
Well swept by Lee to get that by the guard.
Okay.
Really nice weight by Judith. curled off a little bit harder at the end than they were hoping for, probably, but leaves a stone in shot position in the house in the 4-foot.
The weight was all there.
Ice is maybe swinging a little bit more than it did the earlier game. They were talking about the ice being fairly straight down the middle, so ice makers probably went to work with that.
Det finns ett hål liksom att trycka ner den mellan våra gula bara liksom.
Is it so that the conditions can even differ throughout the day?
Absolutely. Every game, every draw, the ice has just had a firm maintenance, so they go in between draws and they shave the ice, so it comes out prepared. And ice makers can adapt the ice a little bit to get a little more curl, a little less curl. Pebble also makes a difference. Temperature outside can make a difference on ice. Different sheets play differently, so these two teams were not on this sheet in the last draw, so they may be thinking about a line that they had on a sheet in the previous game, and the rocks don't react the same on this sheet as they did on the last. First couple ends are exploring all those little bits and pieces and those fine centimeters. It's another nice little tap there. And creates a nice little pocket there for Judith to freeze into.
Same way.
Like that?
Yeah.
Vad du sa för något?
Take a wee touch more ice.
Each team has 3 stones left to come.
Maybe here less weight actually.
And like normal curling, the team that scores relinquishes the opportunity for the last stone, the hammer, and delivers first. In mixed doubles, that is a choice of the team who wins the right for that. They can also choose to throw first. Don't see it happen very often, but it is an option for the team with the choice of the hammer.
Okay, does it mean that the advantage of having the hammer in mixed doubles is smaller than with normal?
In the beginning of the game, you saw that more often when the stone was at the back of the button, because you wanted to get that first stone frozen on the top of the button. And now that they've moved it back to the back of the 4, that's a little bit less relevant because you want a couple stones to pile up. So you don't see it as used as much as you did in the first few years of mixed doubles. So ever evolving the strategy, and being such a young sport, a discipline of our sport of curling, which has tons of years of tradition, it is still exploring different things and different opportunities and different combinations that work and don't work. All of these teams this weekend will be still searching for those, so they can, when they get to the Worlds, are all ready to go with and not exploring by that time. They've tried everything out and experienced it before they've gotten there. That's kind of the objective of the tour. So Jude was very successful tapping that back, sits there, but it does leave the top of the house, top of the 4-foot, top of the button, still open. But the scoring zone is now getting smaller and smaller, and that's the objective of blue at the moment.
Det är samma som hit tror jag.
Stenberg, make a junior career, men's career. He has now stopped playing with men's and is focusing completely on mixed doubles together with Annette. These two kind of got to know each other in Sochi. They were there commentating together for the Olympics, both working in the commentary team, and Annette said, yeah, got to talking, let's try this mixed doubles thing. So here they are.
So there are curlers that really specifically play the mixed doubles.
They are both just playing mixed doubles now, yes. That was also Michelle Yaiki and Mario Freiberger this morning from Switzerland are focusing only on mixed doubles at the moment. They've both stopped playing with their respective men's and women's teams.
I'm guessing it needs to be right.
It doesn't really need to be right. It doesn't need to be right, to be honest.
Well, can they not use the yellow on that side?
It's pretty hard to the blues pretty much.
We couldn't use the yellow on that side to remove the 2 blues, no?
No.
So
Okay,
good.
so
You need to be a lot. You need to be 320.
best case scenario, where do you want it finished?
Big case scenario, corner freeze the yellow.
Freeze the yellow, like inside edge.
Inside edge, yes, definitely inside edge. Not outside edge, inside edge.
Yeah.
We need to be 320, you need to be considerate, because I can sweep a wee bit, you know?
Yeah, we'll take a bit more ice again.
Yeah, I think so. 3-2. Again, short's not bad, top 8.
Okay.
Top 8,
So,
top 4 is
really
not
excellent
horrible.
discussion and clarification between
Yeah.
Lee and Judith, really defining exactly where they wanted to go, what the margin was, where they could bump, where they couldn't bump, where the stone would roll if you did.
Be good.
There's not a lot on that. It's going to be short.
And Lee's seen that.
I'll just watch
Judith
the
has
line.
been
Give me
down
a
at the
shout.
other end, so
Yeah, for line.
she also
Yeah,
needs to
line.
go to guide him here
Yep,
to sweep
line.
where he needs to
Pretty
sweep
good.
that to.
Oh. Yep. 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 Come on, hard. Real hard.
And right out of her hand, she told them really clearly she was light. She accepted that fact, and they made the most of that shot that they could possibly make as it was. So really great communication coming down. But it was also very clear before they started.
Yeah, it wasn't as positive.
Excellent
as the Leafs
communication.
that one.
Alltså antingen så gamblar vi lite och spelar samma uppgift igen.
Ja. Jag kan tycka det.
Alternativet är skjuten.
Ja, jag vet. Så såg det också. Men det är väl ungefär samma svårighetsgrad på dem.
It's better there than on that line.
Ja. Det
Top
går ju
8.
att komma den vägen
you just
också.
have a
Jag kommer inte kunna
punch
tappa deras direkt.
Run the back,
I'm afraid if they
Den här
come in
vägen känns ju rimligare.
and,
Det är ju
you
mera
might still do
kvar
that.
put
här,
right on
liksom.
the pin, that
Och vi spelade
leaves an opportunity for Lee to move those around, and then you don't have another shot in. So you got to be a little strategic here about what the ideal spot and position is, and how not to get themselves limited to only scoring one. I want to make sure they still have an opportunity for two.
And this is very interesting. When you're new to the game, you have no idea about all the strategy behind it. And when you're here and you hear all the options and things they discuss and what they have to look out for, it's, well, like chess on ice.
It is, yeah. That's where the name comes from. Now it makes more sense, right?
I think I switched out to our
Taking time, getting his focus. Just one shot.
Even when it was near the end, it wasn't swinging.
What's he trying?
Mer fart, mycket mer fart.
It's higher now, though.
You know what? That's not going to come back from there. I don't think.
And you hear Judith and Lee in the background there discussing what the ice is doing for their opponent's throw, what they're getting out of it, what they're not getting out of it, what consequences it's going to have for themselves. They're going to be using that information to know and put in the memory bank for their own shots later on.
Yep, I know.
Maybe not this end, but another end later on. Later.
Yeah, I think so as well. Okay.
Come on, then.
Yep.
I think they're going to come right in there on top of it, close the door.
What did I write? 310 maybe?
310, I think it's good.
315 even.
I think I get a little bit more finish in mine. I took, see between the I and the N, I took that, but I think you might be less, like this from a
Det
guard,
känns som
I
ett
think you'll
sånt
be
ställe
less
som
than
ju
that.
mindre is nu var den hårdare absolut, men den här den backar ju. Alltså jag hade ju is mitt på blå och jag träffade en halv, så den där kullade en halv sten. Så det känns som att ju mindre is du tar, ju rakare går det.
So you heard Lee and Judith discussing where their target was. They've using the nice little www.curlingband.nl to determine that's their brooms.
Oh.
So really finding that target.
Nice.
A really nice shot from Lee there. A little bump off that yellow, so it takes it also out of play of the line. Goes in behind.
Good.
So what is their strategy right now for the last stone?
They'd like to score. They really like to score here. Giving up a steal is it's a little tough to accept at this moment. They have to find a way to get an angle to make it successful. Nets immediately went up to this to play this run back. Just going to run the yellow back into the blue in the middle. She'll have seen many of these in her career, and as an extremely well-experienced skip throwing last stones, this is. She was pretty quick to call that. Playing against her in women's, this is also a shot she would call quite confidently. A run back.
65.
To play the tap on the other way, she probably can't get shot stone. This way she can get the blues moving a little bit more, and I think only way the top blue one is going out if she hits it this angle and frees it out this way.
Higher now.
Yeah.
That's definitely not going to curl enough.
Oui.
That is an unfortunate error. This may be taking a little bit too much
2
ice.
points.
It's a steal of 2 for Judith and Lee McCleary. It puts them up 6-0 after 2 ends of play. Not the start that Annette and Vincent were hoping for sure. Just a little bit of this, not quite getting the lines, and we're talking centimeters. The shots have been really close. Foot heavy or foot light, and centimeter not enough curl or too much. That's what makes our game so exciting. It is really about small margins.
It is about centimeters, you can see that.
Little update on our other sheets here. Over on sheet A, we have Mulder and Lil versus Alexander and Anastasia from Russia. I would give you their last names, but I really still struggle on saying them correctly. So they are leading their opponents 3-0 after 2 ends of play. They have just completed the 3rd end, but I have not caught the score. Scored 1 for Russia. Oh, sorry. 1 for Mulder and Lil, so it is now 3-1. Thank you, Dan.
Okay, sorry.
Good thing we have coaches paying good attention on the bench here.
Just threw it a bit inside.
Not only have we got a world-class group of players out here on the ice, we have a world-class level of coaches sitting here on the bench. Top international world-level coaches, also with many medals on this bench beside me here. So, Dan Raphael here from Russia, and David Aiken, Alison Kmiatek.
Inga problem med linjen.
All here supporting their teams.
Ja, den är helöppen. Gard, Helnegard!
So you saw in the first here, Jonathan Lee got a little miscommunication on that first one, but ended up bumping off that center guard a little. Maybe that was planned. That was definitely the margin for them. They like to have a little more open.
Yeah.
Vincent comes down, puts another one on the top of the 12-foot to block that line back up.
I know.
It's really hard to get rid of this one.
I know.
You better go this way.
Okay.
And again, they cannot hit yet. But, not able to hit until after the fourth stone is being thrown.
So if you do go around, it's...
So they can tap things around, but they can't remove a stone from play.
Okay. I'm not sure of the ice here.
I played the second day, going across that way.
Yeah, okay.
Probably take a bit more.
Okay.
I'm thinking G.
Okay.
If you're just joining us, you're watching the Dutch Masters mixed doubles, the 9th event on the Curling Champions Tour.
320, should be good.
And I'm joined here today with Sander Haas from SCO. The host sponsor from the head sponsor, top sponsor from the national men's team in the Netherlands.
Great to be here, Sherry. I think it's amazing that such high quality players are here in the Netherlands. I think that's really something special for us.
It's really top world level curling.
Ja, frågan är om vi vill det. Nu, de får ju slå på nästa.
You came over to watch us play in the Europeans recently. How was that? First world level curling experience level?
That was great. Especially when you see that the sport is so big there, that buses full of school children took day trips to support their Scottish team. It was incredible to see, and it was good for me to make a start understanding the game a little bit.
And watch your Dutch team be successful was also
that
nice
was the best
highlight.
part.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Top 4!
Well, success takes ice. Really a lot of teamwork on the ice, but it also takes a lot of teamwork from the support network behind the game. And since making the connection together with CEDO has been a really nice benefit for the men's team here, and had the great pleasure of starting to build that relationship and that opportunity with a company that is not only family orientated but very committed to their workers and not only sport but also culture and development. And it's been a great combination.
It's been a super combination. You told me about the spirit of curling, and I see the spirit of the Dutch team, and that's exactly the spirit we want to build in our company as well. So I think we're a great match.
Excellent.
I know where I need to hit it.
We're getting a nice match out here on the ice as well.
Fine with that.
Judith and Lee are really great communication, and you can really see that experience playing this game a lot longer, paper on paper, and that Norberg definitely has a lot more, on the paperwork. But mixed doubles is a new game for her as well, and the combination still has a lot to learn about each other, about their skills and their qualities and what they deliver the game. And they'll be exploring a lot more than Judith and Lee. Judith and Lee have been playing this for many years, have really focused on it. Before they were a married couple.
They met on the ice?
Sorry?
They met on the ice?
Probably in a curling club somewhere. Missed the line on that one a little bit and didn't quite get as much out of that shot as they wanted. So things are looking pretty good here for Annette and Vincent to be able to score a couple back. Start making their way. And to stay patient. 6 points is a lead, but it's not like in a regular game where 6 points is a guarantee. Everything is more possible in mixed doubles to come back.
Håll igång. Wow.
She's got her partner working hard there, and he is working hard. Well done, Vincent. Yeah. All of these athletes out here spend quite a bit of time in the gym. Judith spends a lot more time packing around her little boy these days, but recently a new mom. And Glenn's probably home watching mom play curling at the moment. She was commentating with me last night, and Grandma sent a picture of Glenn watching the screen, probably looking, there's mom and dad, where are they, where are they? It was brilliant.
Well, Glenn, if you're watching at this moment, mom and dad are doing really well.
And thanks, Grandma and Grandpa, for hanging out and babysitting.
But third, so I'm going to have to shape that off.
It's what you said, success on the ice starts at home with the support network.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take middle of the stone, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, nice view of the inside there, up above Judith's head. You can see some coaches busy at work there, analyzing their teams.
Yeah, hard! Really hard! Whoa! Yeah! Yeah!
Really nice shot by Judith. She eliminates one completely, sends the other one to the back. Stays sitting in second stone position. It's a really nice shot from Judith. Good call on line and a good sweep by Lee as well.
Because if they go for that, at least you've got the draw on it.
First sweep.
Compliments back and forth as well. Good team spirit.
Jag tror på samma igen.
Jag tror
på samma uppgift igen.
Yep.
Det känns som att det
I
är
asked
så
them earlier, what
jäkla
do they
svårt
take
att
from
komma
the
in.
ice? Does the ice game on the ice go home? And they say it does, but they have really strict rules about how they communicate on the ice and what they do, and those are things that are developed. A lot of teams out here are couples, or married couples, or partners, brothers and sisters. So you got family dynamics, you got team dynamics, and all those other things to work with. And they just really enjoy being able to play this game together. And
I didn't even know, like, from the other end, I was
they've really
like, really?
helped it reach the level it has in Scotland.
98.
Ja, vänta, vänta, försiktigt, försiktigt.
Ja, den är bara topp 8.
Ja! 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 Ja!
Come on.
Yep.
Ledsen.
So really nice draw there.
Men alltså, hur ska man veta liksom?
Puts it down in the back of the button. It does leave some opportunity for Judith to follow it down and also sit on top.
Och den första kom ju liksom inte alls upp och den här var ju, jag kände ju det när jag slide ut och det var därför jag tog av liksom så pass mycket i farten.
And here Vincent there discussing what they experienced, what they're maybe going to do next.
Stay on this side, you can come up.
It's nice when you have this kind of broadcast. We've kept the mics up on the players a little bit, and sometimes you turn them down. From our perspective here, we like to hear what they're having to say, but it's also nice for the viewers at home who follow the languages and know the players. And the kids that are maybe watching and developing the sport on their own to be able to watch and learn from some of the experts out here. Some of the really high-level teams. Some of the strategies, some of the team dynamics.
Hey, off. Whoa, 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 whoa! It's a Carol, James! Other side. Leave it there, leave it there, leave it there.
So that one's not curling up, so he wants to put in a position to just block the path then, and he's not going to be able to freeze it on. So makes a decision for Judith to stop sweeping and let it come up a little bit short, and let the angle not put it in a risk position.
So this looks like at least 2 points.
It's 2 for Sweden at the moment. It's going to be a little tough to score a third point. We'll find a way to get in to score enough. Looks like they're going to play a hit and roll off that outside yellow one.
297.
So they're going to use their own stone to promote into the center rings.
Tänk att man spelar en sarg eller någonting där ute.
Ja, för att dra där.
Margin to any of the full 8 foot with a draw is really not possible.
Curlar den där, då kommer jag ju knacka ner deras. Jag tror fan jag kommer spela vilken ändå.
Yeah.
Tack. Tänk en split. Det är ungefär den.
Jag tror på 60.
Ja.
Det är typ ticken.
Ja, det var det jag tänker. Det var det jag sa. Tänk ticken.
Jaha, tänk en split tycker du
Ja, ja, precis.
Ja.
Now the viewers in Sweden have a bit more information than we do at this moment.
Allison? We're not understanding the Swedish down here.
60.
Yep.
Ja!
Could be bumping the blue, baby.
Ja!
Wow!
No, it's back.
Nej. Var med!
It's actually going right backwards. I think it's going to give it.
Vilken? Nej.
So a little bit impatient on sweeping that. 2 for Sweden. A little bit of a fight back here. Score is now 6-2 after 3 ends of play. You're watching draw 11 at the Dutch Masters Mixed Doubles in curling band Zoetermeer in the Netherlands. The 9th event on the Curling Champions Tour. And neither of these teams that are playing right now are on the rank list at the moment. So our last game, both teams were highly ranked on the tour. There's been quite a few number of events. Judith and Lee missed a few events in the beginning of this season, just getting ready, having a child, and Judith getting back into the game. So it's full swing now. And then Annette and Vincent are also new to the game, so haven't participated in all the tour games, still searching for how they were going to play this game at the ultimate level. And that's constantly improving. Really great work ethic I hear from her coach. Alison was saying how hard this team is working and how committed they are and how just eager they are to learn everything they can learn about mixed doubles. So it's a really exciting opportunity for Sweden to have that knowledge and experience, being willing to step in with a younger playing partner and really create something out of this great game. Annette's been a role model for many of us in the curling world, across the entire world. Her getting back out and playing another Olympic discipline and really wanting to earn another gold medal in the Olympics after having already 2. It's really exciting. It's really exciting to see the sport with that much heart and passion. So thank you, Annette Norberg, for the commitment from her family to let her do that and encourage her to do that. So
between them. It's over a stone between them.
It's really valuable for our sport.
I can understand you showed me the list of medals he already has, and it's amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah. True sportswoman. It's a really nice draw. He's really making that first draw really, and that's just putting that first draw in there really nicely. So.
Lisa, you touch heavy.
Keep going here. He follows the 10. He's going to make a little tap. It's an angle possibility, so.
Lucky. That was 308. That was 308, so probably maybe 315 even.
15, yeah. The line was quite nice, actually. It would be maybe a little bit too much.
Är med lite på den här 4:an då.
Time, Jade.
So Annette is now delivering the second stones.
Ja.
So we'll throw the next 3.
Räcker dit.
Kalla nästa nu!
As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, those stones cannot be removed from play yet. Stone cannot be removed until the 4th stone is being delivered. Similar to the free guard zone rule in regular curling, where you cannot remove a guard. In mixed doubles, you cannot remove any stones of play.
Yeah, I think so.
You have only a team of 2 in mixed doubles,
I don't mind coming that way either.
male and female. There is no determination for each team who has to throw the first and who gets to throw second. That's between the team to choose for themselves. It can change in a game. It cannot change in the middle of an end. The first thrower throws the first stone and the last stone, the first and the 5th. And the second thrower throws stones 2, 3, and 4 in the middle, each end.
310.
Yep.
And 2 stones are placed in play before the first stone is delivered.
Only for weight.
Really nice shot coming down here from Judith. She's going to sit right on top. Gets a little bit of an inside roll. Creates a really nice angle for herself. They've really figured out that center line.
Good, Jude.
And then it'll come down and take a look at the angles and the spots here.
Yep.
310.
And like you said, there are a lot of stones in the house during the game. More than with the regular games.
Yeah.
Too positive.
Unless you were in Perth with the men's team last weekend when they were playing Bruce Mowat, and every single end had, I don't know how many stones play. All but two, a couple ends in a row.
That was his
Great
particular
ends to watch
tactic.
to play. Yeah, they just, Bruce and who's here playing mixed doubles with his partner Gina Aiken this weekend. We played up against him last weekend in Perth, and for some reason him and Yap, when they play each other, just both patient. Let's see where angles we can build. It's a really great training opportunity. Not a lot of teams are willing to be so patient so long. And I think they really enjoy it. They're both willing to give each other that opportunity to practice and try those things. So, and they both are willing to take it when they get it. So it makes some interesting games and a little bit of stress upstairs in the coach bench, I got to say.
Yeah.
But really nice group of boys Bruce plays with. So I would hope to have gotten that into that little pot there, a little bit deeper and frozen up against that blue one so they could use it, but it is in play and in line, so they'll be able to promote it or move some things around, and it does shrink the scoring zone for Lee and Judith a fair bit.
Maybe a tiny wee bump's not bad.
Back him up.
Let's say wait.
Do I not make it easier if I put a...
What are they going to do?
Are you asking me to corner freeze blue?
No, corner freeze. There's the opposite in the back. So you can't hit it.
Okay.
You can't hit it. You can bump it back a little fraction. But you still can't hit it.
Okay.
You bump it back and get the yellow that's sitting behind you.
You certainly don't want me short here either, though. Short would be not good.
No, it's not horrible either, to be honest. Just play exactly the same play the last game.
Okay.
I think maybe just away here more nice.
Yeah, really good conversation about where they want this and how much they can bump it back. And Judith's perception of the margin was she could not be light, didn't want to be up short. And he's going, oh, that's not so bad after all. And no, that's okay. So it gives a perspective of know how to stimulate each other to get the right information and the right shot execution. Negotiation.
You can hear that it's hard work.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
She had a really nice shot at it. That's exactly where Lee told her to put it. And
He's locked in.
she got in a really nice position. It's going to be Sweden's basically got that to try and eliminate some scoring here.
I've still got another one, haven't I? Or is that me?
Lee catching his breath back there. So there's still 2 stones to come. Judith is wondering, does she have another one? Yes, she does.
Well, sweet. Is that later?
We fraction on, I've got 3 or 5.
Alltså lägger vi
A
den
little bit
här
higher, yeah.
så kommer vi ner hela vägen hit. Smäller de bara där.
So lots to think about here. They're going to have to definitely get this right. There's a blue one starting to pile up. The angles on the yellows can be just punched out of there potentially. So they're going to want to get another yellow stone into play that is a little more secure.
Pretty happy with that.
Somewhere on top of those blue ones.
Jo, men jag menar vi behöver inte chansa på fel.
Nej, men...
Jag bara tänker att chansa är också att spela.
You talked about the differences between the regular game and mixed double. I don't see a clock here.
clocks are generally only used at championships. On most tour events, they're not. The umpire does, at this event, also have the right to step into a game to say, speed it up, you're going a little too slow. And that has happened on this weekend. A couple teams have been encouraged to pick up their pace a little. It's a pretty tight timeline for ice makers to be able to ensure that there's good quality ice ready for each game. So the organization has that requirement for umpires to be able to step in. But there's not a running time clock.
Okay, thank you.
Ska jag spela taken eller?
Nej, spela draget, men vi vill egentligen bara hamna liksom typ precis bajs ett fot så vi har lite luft liksom.
Yes.
För då kan vi göra någonting med den sen.
Yeah.
Kommer vi ner djupt då kommer de kunna göra något.
Yeah.
You're just squeezing that yellow just a wee bit. But you've set it up quite well for that. I mean,
Throwing a little bit of weight here, so
Wow. Kala.
we'll be hoping to move something. I would suspect they're trying to catch that outside blue one on the right.
Lite tuff.
Ja, ingenting. Nej,
A little bit of bounce in.
nej.
Beautiful. So, pretty nice shot there.
they hit that. That should go that way, yeah?
Jättebra försök.
Do you think it's going to squeeze through the hole?
I think it'll catch it, move it a wee bit.
This is a case where the girls also look at the scoreboard and go,
I think it's fine.
get 2 more rocks to come.
It's going to catch it thin. It should
Teams
rattle.
can sometimes start panicking a little and wanting to eliminate, move too much around, and then that also leaves an opportunity for your opponent. So you have to look at these angles really well and make sure they're in a position that they're still scoring their multiple points or have an opportunity to score multiples with their last stone.
So it's also a bit weighing the risk.
Yeah, absolutely. Curling is really a game of risk versus reward. What opportunity can we create, and what is it going to cost us if we don't make it? Is it worth it?
That comes into play if you move it out to there, so they might want to do that.
It's a really important question to ask.
Can they hit?
So they're not really discussing at the moment what is there for themselves or what shot they want to play. They're actually looking at the moment, what shot can their opponent do? What are they leaving? What are the possibilities for them? So we're currently in draw 11, the Dutch Masters.
I don't know whether I want to move it or not.
Mixed
But
doubles
then
curling,
if you move it, you might lose a double.
Curling Champions Tour.
No, that would still log there. I don't think there's any harm in actually doing that.
Just tuning in, we're watching Annette
Plus it tightens up
Norberg,
the hole
whose
for the hit
partner
as well.
Vincent Stenberg, against Judith and Lee McCleary from Scotland.
It's a tiny bump back.
Swedish-Scotland
Not much to see what you've been playing there, eh?
battle out here.
Then this side's
At the
probably
moment,
310.
after 4 ends of play, Lee and Judith are leading 6-2.
Probably. Maybe not even as much as that. I think 315 would still probably be alright.
Looking like they're kind of trying to come in and tap that yellow one straight back, I think. That was the final decision.
Yep, line. Yep, line. Yeah, line. Yeah, line. Hard line. Whoa. Close, yeah. Yeah.
It's not on there, Jude.
So that was not quite the intention. That
Did you think it was passed? Did you think it was passed?
Sorry?
Did you think it was passed? But you
I
got me
didn't.
off.
Yeah, and then I called back on.
Should have swept it all the way there because I looked.
Yep, I know.
Jag tänker
so a little bit
spela.
of communication about the sweeping miscommunication. That's one of the different things of not having that skip down calling the line and the sweeper coming up. Those are the lines that we'd be completely focused on from the house point, and the advantage you have if you have that person standing in the house. I've seen this weekend sometimes if once these rocks are really crucial in this position, teams that generally have the sweeper will switch and have the person standing in the house so that they don't miss these little opportunities to create these advantages, because it really is a centimeter or millimeter can make a difference of advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah, you don't only have less people throwing stones, but you also miss a pair of eyes.
Yes, absolutely.
I think they could.
You might be able to wriggle it through, but
An interesting comment earlier from somebody. They said, yeah, I don't know if it's harder working with one person you got to negotiate with, because you don't have anybody else to blame. You got to blame each other, or that's it. Or you have 4 people, and you got 4 different opinions. So, yeah, I don't know. Mixed doubles, regular curling, they both got pros and cons. So, either way, no matter what, you got to work together and you got to communicate. So, those are the elements of team curling that are doesn't matter how many you are. Just like working in a company, you got to work as a team, or you got a problem.
If you're with 2 or with 4, it's the same.
Or 50.
You have to, or 50. You have to work together.
Tuff. 45.
looking to catch a blue though, remember that.
He's playing a race hit on this yellow one here.
Really high though.
Or is he trying to pump up these blue ones? He's tapped that blue one out the backside. I'm not sure. I think just enough.
It's close.
Are they?
I think so.
Whether yellow is sitting too, or
Surely that's beating that. Huh?
Det var slirigt.
it's taking a little
Stod
look.
men jag tog is liksom på blå sten.
Pretty close to
Jag
call.
sätter den ganska rakt.
From our camera view,
Jag hade ju
a
stöd.
little bit of an angle for us maybe here.
Jag hade ju stöd där.
It does look like yellow is sitting
Det gick ju inte att
2.
Så jag hade nog, det var nog en
It's definitely one for a
4
measure.
extra, tror jag.
And there's
Yes, yeah.
Yap and Vera sitting in behind there, watching the broadcast, and this game is extremely vital for their ranking. They're sitting currently 2-1. They've beaten Annette earlier in the first draw, but have not yet played Judith and Lee, so they'll be taking in a little bit of information, getting a little bit of scouting,
Weights up.
and be heading out to play them tonight at 10 o'clock in the last round-robin draw.
Never.
Okay.
It's still very close.
It's
I
still
would
very
say
close.
yellow one.
They didn't solve it for us, did
No,
they?
they didn't.
Mike's going the other direction, so we can say, hey, fix that. Judith has conceded 1 yellow.
One.
So Sweden makes another point back. It is now 6-3
Just hold on to third ways there.
for
Yeah?
Lee and Judith.
Yeah.
For sure.
And they are now, teams are both being advised to speed up the play from the umpire. Just having completed the 4th end of play. Both sheets beside them are now in their 6th end of play.
Blue's going here.
And you can see in the screen there, Bob Bomas, our umpire for the weekend. Bob was recently at the World Junior B Championships in Sweden. So he's been hearing a lot of Swedish lately. And he volunteers his time to come down here and on the crew from Carlo Glasberg, and the organizer from this event. So, lots of volunteers, lots of crew working here behind the scenes. Kimberly and the curling club here at Curling Band Zoetermeer. Lots of work not only here during the weekend, but also in the preparation leading up. Drivers, volunteers picking up people at hotels, and Gershon Libron setting up all the technical equipment here, getting the live feed for us. Joey out on the ice. Thank you, everyone.
No, come on.
Probably similar, CCT also organizes and hosts many events during a season, during a year, working with lots of volunteers and crew along behind the scenes.
We do. We have a lot of events. And, well, with our new partnership here, we hope to host a lot of curling events as well.
Looking forward to those.
So here we can see how it's done. It's done pretty well here.
What are some of the other events CCT hosts and operates during the year?
Our biggest one is our National Integration Dinner. At CCT we have people of over 100 nationalities. And once a year we ask people to cook for each other, meals from their own country, from their own culture. And people cook for each other and eat together in order to learn more about their culture and understand each other better. Because we think that's not only great fun, but it's also important. For teamwork, but also for the society in a whole.
Nice.
And we also have a lot of events for our customers. We have a huge congress every year in March, where 600 or 700 of our customers join us to listen to, well, the best speakers of that moment.
Nice. And you're starting to organize some curling clinics and getting all of your customers and employees introduced to the game of curling. We're really excited about sharing in that opportunity.
I would just draw the edge.
So it's a nice guard. Probably would have liked that to be a little bit deeper and a little more in line, but definitely closes down that center line.
Pull the one again. Just draw it. Even if the top 4 half rounds.
Ja.
It's pretty good. You can use it.
Tänkte inte på det nu.
Nej, det gör inte heller faktiskt.
She will be playing come around.
320 should be good. You leave it.
Plenty line. Plenty line. Load the line.
You also sponsor a soccer team, football.
We do. We are the new sponsor of Heracles Almelo.
They're having a good season?
They're having a pretty good season, yeah. They are 9th in the league, out of 18 at the moment, which is a good position for them.
Excellent.
And they play the first game after the winter stop tonight against Groningen. So if they manage to score another 3 points there, they're good on their way.
Excellent. We'll definitely be cheering for them.
Ligger de skott eller?
Nej, 9 skott.
Ja. Nej, jag försöker ändå runda
Another
där, va?
partner in the CCT family.
Precis, exakt. Ja, då tror vi att den där farten ska räcka på den här sidan då.
Ja.
So taking a moment, getting some really good focus. They struggled a little bit with weights earlier, so this end digging in a little bit deeper on that emotional toughness. Seems
05.
that having a lot of experience knows what to ask for from herself to claim those things. And Bruce is taking a little pause. It's been a long weekend. It's Bruce Mowat, Team Scotland.
Yes.
Really nice draw coming in there. That's in a really perfect position. Keeps enough angle. And Judith and Lee are going to have to try and figure out what to do with that. You're going to have to start creating some space. They need to think about the scoreboard.
Yeah, left the guards now.
So we're going to try and clear off those guards so that they keep things, take it back to kind of regular curling, make it simple.
03 på första. Ja, ja. Ja, nej, jag bara... Fast det var samma.
You're going to lift the yellow that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Try and see them lift the two of them. Doesn't matter if you push it back. Just open it up. Yeah, I think so.
Yep. 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 Hard. Hard.
over curls. That is the... She does manage to clip the stones that are in the house and move those around. So that's it's one thing she'll be a little bit happy at least to happened. Her objective there was to remove those two front guards and roll out herself, so left everything in the house open. Unfortunately, she's just managed to replace that top guard, and that is definitely still an advantage for Sweden.
Just come up behind me, shout louder, and I'll come off it.
Okay. Punished us for it a bit.
So that's going to want to come down and just keep piling them up. Eliminating that scoring zone.
92. Känns som mjukare släpp där.
Helst inte.
Oh dear.
It's okay, Jude.
Helst inte. Ja! Bara fart.
Jättebra.
Bra.
Good there.
Jag ville våga spela fram den liksom.
Ja, det var jättebra. Det kände det var samma fart liksom.
Sorry fans, we were just ordering our tea for the commentary bench here. Christian fixed us, he shut us down. Okay, so managed to put another stone in there, sitting 2 yellows at the currently.
Yeah.
To even play that yellow one there, there's not losing that back, jamming on that back blue, and it's pretty hard to get both of these yellow out. They're not discussing, just tap them a little.
Sorry?
Come to the face of it, just bump it back.
And airing on the right side, what, that way or that
Need
way?
to try and get to the nose.
Yeah, but if it's curling, what do you want, that side or that side of it? If we get the chance, is there like, is nose the best option?
Yes.
Where's the second best option? Higher in the side?
Well, it's just
No? Okay.
not going to curl enough.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Just time,
what,
Jude.
T-weight?
T-weight, yeah.
It's a really good clarification on exactly what they want the shot. Jude wanted a little more information, and he's going, yeah, I just got to hit the nose. And he's seen the angles down there. Jude hasn't quite seen all the angles down there. She's not exactly sure where all the stones are sitting.
She needs more
So
information.
she needs a little bit more information, whether she needs to guide him on the line. That's what she needs to do. So instead of telling him yes or no, she's just telling him where it's sitting. She's calling it high, so it's not in front of the line yet. So really good decision from Jude. And not quite the outcome they were hoping for. They would have liked to move those yellow ones a little bit more. That one on the top of the tee line back a little.
Bara liten. Okej, och stanna där.
We discussed earlier about how this game can kind of turn around really quickly with mixed doubles, and kind of seeing that happen here.
Våga spela en 10.
Ja, absolut.
Ja.
Ingen 86 där.
Absolute, that sounds Dutch to me.
I could understand that.
Det kommer ju fin curl bara man kommer innanför den där vallen.
Ja.
It's funny, our teammate Edska de Jong, she played with me in women's, and when we played Sweden, she could follow a lot of the conversation because Swedish and Fries are quite similar. So she could follow along a lot of the Swedish chatter, so she'd come let me know what they were saying. So there are the odd words that are similar, and this is Vincent Stenberg.
Håll igång. Håll igång. Japp.
This is one of the Swedish teams that are in the final selection for qualification to the Worlds.
Nej. Ingenting.
He's not happy.
Not too bad. That didn't quite finish up. It's a pretty good shot.
Just one.
Ja, vi hade inte råd att...
Nej.
Just
Have a
one.
quick look.
Vete fan.
Ja.
Yeah, just one.
You could. You're not going to get one out of this. Probably use the power play next time.
Yeah.
Gör inte det.
So they've decided to just kind of throw the stone away, not take any risk on moving anything around. They're figuring that they're only sitting one yellow. They're willing to concede one, so they're going to throw it
Otherwise,
away
they would be
and
risking
risking
points.
potentially getting more points away.
Han flyttar den blå. Alltså någon dess. Och då kan det ju bli total differens.
It's a really good decision. This is a good tactical decision. They'll come back to the sixth end and have the hammer. Having only lost 1 point against, they'll still be up 6 to 4. And Sweden's looking to see if it's maybe more than 2, but no, they've conceded
Which side do you want, Lee?
1 yellow. What we are going to see now, I'm pretty sure, if I'm hearing the conversation, we're going to see a power play. This is a new, was introduced last year to kind of give the game a little more excitement. Each game, both teams are permitted one opportunity to call a power play. It can only be the team with the hammer to have the option to choose it. The power play, the rocks are not placed in the center line. They're now placed on the side of the sheet. The team can determine if they want the left side of the sheet or the right side of the sheet. Lee and Judith have chosen the right side. The advantage of this is the play is taken away from the middle. The risk, nobody knows the ice going to the outsides. So it's different teams are playing different strategies, trying to figure out the best way to make the power play work for them in either perspective, whether they have the hammer or don't. We've seen some teams ticking, some teams throwing a center guard to try and take it back to the center. It's still an explore.
Okay, that's interesting to see then.
So this is the power play.
Nära.
Vi lägger en hake, ja.
Ja.
Bara hake nu, inte innanet.
Nej.
Kolla upp. Känns långt. Din linje. Kolla nu.
Ja, den är bra.
So there's choices. They've thrown up a center guard, so they're trying to take play back to the center. They need to steal, so that is a realistic strategy for them to want to play. If Sweden was up points, you'd see them having probably a different strategy.
Okay.
So if you're just joining us, you're joining the Dutch Junior Masters, Dutch Masters Mixed Doubles here at Curling Van Zoetermeer, Netherlands, together with my commentating partner Sander Haas from Acito.
Easy.
Joining me for this draw this afternoon. And we're watching Annette Norberg with her partner Victor Stenberg against Judith and Lee McCleary from Scotland. We're getting a great game. Judith and Lee got off to a good start, leading 6-0 after 2 ends, but Annette and Vincent have come back with a pretty good fight here, and they're sitting caught up by 4 points, and it's now 6-4. This end of play, 6th end, Judith and Lee have chosen to take their power play. So the 2-4 stones were on the side of the sheet, but we're now back to the middle with a center guard and a come around behind it. So see how this then plays out. And this is exactly what Annette and Vincent wanted to happen.
98.
Force Lee and Judith back to the middle.
Gärna inte! Duttar!
Nej!
A little tap by Annette.
Är det där?
Probably hoping to get more to the nose of that stone. Just rolls a little bit to the left. Judith and Lee do have the advantage. They are up 2, so they can just eliminate stones.
I need to stick around, so maybe just half.
Okay, half.
That's a nice, or a nice control.
Nose is not bad, but
Don't want to catch it high anyway.
yeah.
And this is the 4th stone being delivered, so she can now play a takeout.
Jag tyckte den kändes bra hela vägen. Så. Jag var inte orolig för dutten, jag var mer redo att hålla igång. Liksom.
Judith McCleary. Used to be Judith McFarlane.
Yep! Yep!
Really big curling family.
Sit.
Her sister Barbara's the
Nice, Jude.
also in curling development in Scotland. Mom and Dad are happy grandparents, home babysitting this weekend, so Judith and Lee can focus on their curling.
Sure.
Ja. Alternativet
So a really nice shot, really beautiful hit and roll there.
Eller den.
It's a nice execution, nice weight control by
Får du
Judith.
någonting att frysa? Jag skjuter om du vill. Vi kan ju spela liksom en normal.
Ja, precis.
You expect to see them take more risks now, with only 2 ends to go and 2 points behind?
Sweden will definitely be taking more risk for the next few ends, and Judith and Lee will just be putting stones in play at the top of the forefoot, and if they get an opportunity to peel off a guard and clear things up and make it really simple to eliminate any scoring opportunities for Sweden, that will be the objective.
Är du sugen på den raka inhandsidan?
It's a little bit harder in this game because you have to wait so long before you can start hitting. So kind of have to see where your stones are and then hope you get an opportunity to get back to it. Well, Annette's preparing to throw this. I'll give you a little update here for sheet A. We have Russia leading Estonia with a score of 5-3. Coming into the last few shots, they are playing the 8th end. Net playing a run back on that one. Does manage to clear the guard, so that's acceptable. That would have been her margin to make sure those 2 guards go out of the way. Unfortunately, she didn't get the run back.
Bra försök. Bra gissning.
It's probably well going there.
Lee and Judith have to be a little cautious about starting to put guards up. They don't want to be creating opportunities for their opponent.
Guard's fine. There's no point going right in because they'll just try and lift as many as they
Do
can.
you want top 12 or do you want a guard?
Guard, I think.
Okay. I think I can.
I would play this hand because you can sweep it to keep it straight.
Over on sheet C is
Can leave them
Bruce Mowat
a double
and
off
Gina
the-
Aiken are defeating
showing them in on that side.
Truto, and they're playing the 7th end. And the score is 8-3 currently.
8-20.
So the stone's coming down. They call for a guard tight to the house. This looks like it's coming a little bit heavy, coming right in. She's just going to put it right up on top of that pile here.
Sorry, Lee.
We have handshakes over on sheet 1. And the score of 2 for Russia, I believe.
Sorry.
Oh, blanked. Oh, there's still more work to come. Thank you very much, coaches. The last stone was not delivered because stones were in play, so that's an X on the board. final score
Still pretty hard.
is 5-3.
Då är den där i så fall.
That puts them definitely in the top of their field and in their group, I believe.
Release as well. It's okay. It's really hard to lift.
Då sätter vi chappen.
Ja,
Då ligger vi ju här.
precis.
They can nose it.
Och då kvitterar vi ut den där ändå.
Good discussions here with Annette and Vince, what they're going to do with this. They got a lot of rocks piled up there. They need to move some granite to have a chance to score.
Med marginalen att jag vickar hellre träffa vänster än att träffa höger.
We need to hit it more on that side
Yeah.
to get it to go.
Samma part. Yep. 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 Yep.
Really hard sweeping, good calling from Annette.
You happy just moving this one?
Yep.
That curled up maybe a little bit more than they wanted.
Den här var ju hårdare dessutom.
You're throwing the
Unfortunately, not removing 2 stones. That was the first objective.
Really?
Spelar någon roll där.
And unfortunately, they also rolled to the open. So Judith would just come down and remove that yellow stone and be sitting 4.
I've not played off the center line at all, so I don't know what the line's doing at all.
What, you throwing it in the middle of the stone or something? Just control.
Yep. So, you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
He's talking about they haven't played a takeout this side, this way,
Jättebra efterklok. Vi ligger
into
i
this
chappen
line.
där.
So they're just going to play a control weight, let the ice work.
Men uppenbarligen eftersom det drog kvar tänkte jag också hade man kanske haft lite mer marginal
Japp.
på träffen.
Go! Go! Yep!
Got a whoa and a yes, so I'm assuming it's coming pretty good here. That's a really nice written
Very
roll.
nice.
Got a little inside roll, so harder to remove anything there.
Better get a bit more of a roll.
I think Sweden's got one choice pretty much. Come around and try and bury one at the back of the forefoot.
That's fine. I'd like to get in.
And then they have to hope
Antingen så singlar jag på ett jävla
the
spett,
Scott
men
pair
alltså,
doesn't take it away. And then it's over.
Judith and Lee are okay to score 1. Of course, they want to score multiple points here.
You don't often blame a triple.
They're looking at whether they can take all 4 of those. They'll be looking at all the angles in every direction.
Alternativet är
Ja,
den
jag vet. Jag tog titta på den också.
Ja,
Jag tror det är rätt val alltså.
den här.
Ja.
Ja, då spelar vi den.
Så spela typ... Det borde ju styra här
decision.
ute också, eller hur?
Det är jag helt övertygad om.
Try and
Sarg, eller?
Both being a wee bit.
Den farten jag hade
playing
på
a
den
little hit
där...
and roll off the outside blue one. Buried in behind that nice little staggered guard at the top of the forefoot. They could also choose, if they're really comfortable and confident with their draw weight, they could also just try and draw it there. With only 1 sweeper, your finesse on that shot is a little more difficult for finding that perfect draw weight and that right curl at the right time. So the last stone for Sweden. Team McCleary has 1 more stone to come. They do have the hammer. So crucial shot for Sweden here.
You could play the reverse kick. So run with the reverse kick just to catch it.
Depends how close this one is, I suppose.
It's tight anyway.
Nah.
Not a broom going down, so. And that curling hits it on the nose, removes 1 blue from play.
Give me a brush, it's fine.
So Judith, Leah said, okay, Judith, you can just hold the brush. You don't have to sweep this one. Great partnership. Is this a hit for 4?
Control, yeah.
Let's see what happens after this stone if the game continues. That will be a score of 10-4 after this one. Even if they hit it or move it and score 3, it'll be okay.
Back. Yeah, a bit there. I'll get up.
It is setting second shot, so removing it is key. Really nice control weight thrown by Lee.
That's fine.
Good. Nice shot on the nose. Score of 4.
Nice shot.
A little bit of dancing moves out there. Give him a 5. There's no crash landing, so Lee gets a 5.
Oh, they've got a reason for dancing.
Yeah. Nice forehouse. So after 6 ends of play, we are now up
Okay.
10-4. Judith and Lee McCleary heading to the lead. The umpires will probably try to encourage them to pick up the pace a little. It's the last game on the ice. The other 2 have finished and completed their 8 ends of play. So I quite suspect the umpires are pushing this one along a little. Gina and Bruce have won their match over Finland. Turto and Turto from Finland.
What does that look like?
Final score of
It's okay to me.
8-3.
About that?
Sorry, 9-3.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that one in the way? The gripper.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Okay.
You see, at the moment, there's grippers laying on the ice. The teams will have to figure out what they're going to do with those grippers by the time they get to the Worlds if they qualify. That is against the rules. They can't have grippers on the ice anymore.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
if you kids are watching this game,
Really hard.
don't be
Really
leaving your
hard.
grippers on the ice.
Yep, and across. Yep, and across.
Sit.
Kom igen! Hårt!
That was a good weight then.
So, Lee complimenting himself on his tap weight there. If that blue one was removed from play, then it would go back to where it was, and the yellow one would be taken away, but or the blue one would be taken away. Yeah.
Ja, det är bara chanser.
Ha Nils med farten.
Japp.
So now Sweden has their power play. They'll be trying to get some score generated using that corner guard. Keep coming around.
Oh, ren. Ren, var med. Ren. Fin linje. Ja! Wow. Hur lång?
Den är lång. Eller tillräckligt lång.
Getting it from behind. Nice shot.
Just there, Jude.
What do you want?
I was just calling the freeze.
92. Bra.
So really nice come around there. Really nice control of the weight. He's been making those first runs really, really excellent.
Two there, but I don't think it was. What ice? I don't know what you took there.
Judith and Lee are just going to follow that down and freeze on the on top of it.
Okay.
I'll get this side.
So if you're wondering how the tour point system works, teams enter tour games. A lot of countries use the Curling Champions Tour standings for points to qualify teams for provincial or their country championships, their qualification process in order to be able to participate in the championships. Switzerland announced in the earlier game the 8 teams that will be participating have been chosen to participate in their championships. All qualify with points or previous championships and their ranking in order to be allowed to participate in their championships. The team that wins the teams that qualify and go for their national countries to the World Championships have an opportunity to qualify for the Olympics. 8 teams qualify for the Olympics from the Worlds over a 2-year process. There are currently 12 teams, 12 countries, nations with Olympic points. And that is Russia, China, USA, Scotland, Canada, Estonia, Finland. England qualified with 5 points last year, but because they play under the Team GB, their points are not calculated into the process, and Team UK chooses the points from Scotland, which are 9 instead of 5. And Norway, Slovenia, Austria, and Ireland also has a point. These teams will all be vying to hold those positions and gain more points this year. However, other countries can still gain more points than them this year. And only the top 8 of the 2 years accumulated points will qualify for the Olympics. So this year is a really big fight, really important to get qualified for that first Olympics.
I'm happy with that. To be honest, even if it peeled off, it's not a disaster.
Sweden, Switzerland, Hungary, all countries that have had multiple World Championship medals in previous years, all failed last year to achieve Olympic points. So all will be vying this year for really great results. They're going to all need to get on the podium to assure their spots. So this season's this is an interesting mixed doubles season.
Especially since it's the first Olympics where the mixed doubles are playing.
Absolutely.
You want to be there, of course.
Yeah. In Pyeongchang, South Korea.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
The World Championships this year is hosted in Lethbridge, Canada.
Take it right across.
22nd to 29th of April. And last year there was 42 teams participating in the Worlds and 42 countries. It is likely that there will be more this year. There is potential up to 53, so it's a complicated system with a big draw and lots of teams.
Det går ju bara runda, de har ingen trippel här, men...
Vad sa du?
Det går ju bara runda, men de har ingen trippel här.
Nej.
Jag menar, vi behöver ju...
The Netherlands will also be represented at the World Championships by Thomas Coy and Bonnie Neiman.
Och runda vid...
Coach Reg Weber
de smäller.
representing Netherlands, like last year.
Där är min andra.
Exakt. Då lägger vi en gadd, om de vill skjuta igen får de göra det och sen...
They're also participating here this weekend.
Ska jag försöka komma med den ganska nära, eller?
Definitely wish them great success and good fun.
Nej, lägg han haken där.
Participating in Canada is a really great experience.
Så det är en svår skjut för henne i så fall. Och så garda liksom våran översta.
I think quite like a World Championships in Canada. We're going to experience that ourselves with the men's team. Dutch men qualified via the European Championships and winning the challenge game over Austria in November.
That was really, really exciting. Watching from home was probably even more nerve-wracking than being there.
Yeah, you missed the last couple games. You had to go home. That's a really well executed plan and great opportunity to qualify Netherlands at the World Championships for the men's, but also a guarantee that we have a spot at the Olympic trials in December. Really exciting development for Curling Netherlands.
Okay.
Lots of hard work from a young team.
Yep.
Skip Yep Van Dorp playing today, this weekend.
I don't like putting the yellow up because even if
Carlo
you try and lift
Glassbergen,
this,
our organizer.
you have to peel the yellow off completely.
Free weekend from curling, and they're all putting more time in.
There you go there.
That's real love for the game.
Yeah.
Like that.
Walter and Lawrence get to stay home and study this weekend. They're catching up all their homework time. Exam week coming up. Got a couple tournaments to fit in between exams, so they're not allowed here this weekend.
The other option's guarding the blue.
You guard the blue, and then they can use the, well, it
They
depends
can
where
use
you
the yellow for
can
the
use
back.
the yellow, and then you could be facing 4.
Oh, whatever you
I think
have.
I could play the back corner.
So they're already talking about how the Sweden's potential to start building up 4 points against them here. So they're not allowing that to happen somehow. And Sweden's used that corner guard here really nicely. Scotland is sitting shot stone, but they already recognize that the whole situation here isn't ideal for them. And some of that's having a lot of respect for them, their opponent. They know they're very capable of making really key shots and big shots when they need them. I think if I'm up 6 points, I'm eliminating something, probably one of as many yellows as possible, and getting rid of the corner guard. But mixed doubles is a different strategy, a different philosophy. Judith and Lee have a lot of experience playing it, so.
Where is it?
It's all there.
I'd like to play a come around, split the house a little bit. Continuing to force a play back to the middle of the sheet.
I like that. That's good.
So it's going to have to try and figure out what to do with that, which stone to play. They can't leave them both.
Sarg?
Ja.
Jag kollar det här då. Inte så mycket då.
Jude was a little nervous going out to this game. Playing a legend. She'd never played against Annette before in all her years of women's curling. She's very excited. One of our idols. Idol for most of us growing up curling.
Kolla.
Norberg.
Kolla. 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 Kolla.
Yeah, just control again.
Do you want me to hold the brush?
Yeah, I'll
Ja,
get
den
up.
dök jättemycket i slutet. Jag visste inte hur länge den skulle ligga och spinna.
So, nice hit and leave there by Annette. Lee's going to play this, and they'll probably want to get a little roll behind to get some of that buried.
Is that okay?
Definitely wants to stay.
You could probably give me hair less.
Ja,
jo,
precis, exakt.
What do you think?
I think that's okay there.
Play the same way as I played the last day.
Å andra sidan så, ja precis. Han hade kunnat käppa.
So he's definitely going to want to stay here. If he hits and rolls out, he leaves an open hit for
Han behövde rulla
4.
in dig på block och det är ju
Sweden.
liksom nästan omöjligt att skippa på.
Ja, jo.
Ja.
Yep. Yeah! Hard! Really hard! 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 Really hard! Come on, hard! Hard, 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 hard.
Nice shots. No. They cannot play a double on that blue one now because the yellow ones are in the way.
I think it's a good tactical switch. Yeah, I think.
Men prova på den.
Ja, jo, men...
Vi får chansa.
Jo, men den är
It's a really
för...
good decision by Lee and Judith to come around and put their draw in a really nice position
Jo, det är klart.
and force a hit on the outside. On
Tänk
the
dig
other
det
side of
är
the play.
jättehårt att ta liksom en sån där och få bara.
Jag kan få den över.
Ja. Nej, det går inte.
Jag tror det är skjuten kanske. Skjuta den här, då får vi en annan vinkel.
Ja,
Då kan jag sätta den.
yes.
So they're going to go for something here. They're going to try and get something happening and get some... I don't think they have much here. I think anywhere you hit that, if you want to make the double, you're also losing your own yellows on the other side. Pretty small line of margin. Looking at any possible angle they might actually have here.
Ja.
Spelar en 7 då.
Alltså Vincent, jag tror att den där finns, den där tangeringen. Om du inte spelar så hårt.
Men vad ska den blå ta vägen då?
Ja, men mitt i hålet där. Du får liksom mer den typ med en 9. Chansa liksom på den med en ganska tjock träff ut där. Vi kan riva den baker. Jag tror inte den hinner gå så jättemycket sidled på den där lilla biten.
Looks like a challenge.
Okay.
Men jag tycker det.
Nej, alltså den
Gonna have to throw something there. Can't waste much more
Men
time.
gör den här.
Du har bättre koll på en normal.
Ja, men precis. Typ en 9.
Ja.
8, ja.
Good discussion. They're still making real good clarification about. I don't understand Swedish, but I have no doubt they're being really clear about exactly what they want to get out of the shot and how to create the best opportunity. Looking at the angles, they got nothing to lose really. They're down 6 points. They got to make it, or they only score 1 here. It's not ideal either. It's pretty hard to score 5 back, kind of. You have the last end.
Oh. Var med. Rent. Ja! Hårt!
Brilliant.
Wow, incredible.
Great shot. Got that angle, saw the line, and managed to leave himself scoring 3.
Very nice.
That should definitely, whether they win or lose this game, it doesn't matter. That shots like that definitely build some confidence and power going into the next game. Well done. Well done, Vincent. Good sweep from Annette. So, after 7 ends of play, 7 long ends of play, we are now at 10-7. Judith and Lee McCleary having the advantage and last stone in this 8th end. They have already used their power play, so they do not have an opportunity to make another one. So stones will be down the middle of the field. Concentration and silence.
Linje! Ja! Ja! Hårt! Hårt linje! Stenhårt är det! Öka! Öka! Hårt! Hårt!
That sounds really impressive.
It's really great. I mean, just all out for this game as much as possible. So much emotion and determination. And really great passion on the ice.
Sorry.
Don't worry, play.
So I got a little bit over curled there. Mixed doubles sometimes the ice is quite sometimes hard to manage. A lot of slides down the same path, a lot of stones down the same path. Ice gets a little broken down, so rotation is really important. If you throw it a little soft in the handle, the rocks come across the ice a little bit more than others. If your weight's down a little bit, you have 2 sweepers holding it back for you. You really got to get it a little bit closer to accurate.
Good.
It's a really nice first shot by Lee. Putting it right at the top of the forefoot.
Good shot.
So you don't want to come down and just try to bump that around a little bit. Open up their scoring zone. Have a little bit of space.
Ja.
Vi tappar.
Ja. Så mycket insida som möjligt.
Ja.
Try and create a little wall of in the back of the forefoot. Just tapping this one.
82. Bak vitt.
Ja.
Bak 12 nästan.
Ja, kolla.
Bak 12.
Ja!
So that's a little bit more weight. It just goes that little bit straighter. And it calls him on to sweep it so that she gets a little bit of a roll instead, trying to get behind over that corner guard. Didn't quite work out.
Do you think it's curling much of it? I mean, even if it lifted the guard, it's not a disaster.
What's that corner guard's not bad. I think you need to take edge of stone, maybe just here, outside edge of stone.
Inside.
Outside edge of stone. Just control.
And Judith McCleary, Scotland.
Yep.
Finalist in Scotland this year.
Yep.
Narrowly losing the final to Bruce and Gina.
Run the guard.
Bruce Mowat, Gina Aiken, who will be representing Scotland at the
That's fine.
World Championships in April. Committed to continue playing this game and really enjoying the mixed doubles. Always a team well high up on the ranking of the tour.
Raka frisen på den där blå bakre då, eller?
Ja.
Judith became a new mum this year, so because last year, 2016, 2017s were just started.
Bra linje. Bra linje.
Nice blended family.
Håll igång hela vägen ända ner. Den kallar nu. Han kallar över.
Working this one really hard, trying to get the line right. Weight looks excellent. That should just come right down and sit right on top. Kind of got off that for a bit. Maybe could have held that and kept on line, but looking a little bit tired and a little disappointed in having stopped. I think he thought that was going to continue to run.
You get one chance to get the double if you play the same hand. Just give yourself a crack to go nice.
Okay.
Well, get you comfortable doing.
Whatever. How much of the stone do I need to catch?
One of the important things about learning how to play on a higher level, and you know, sometimes you have a team of four, you got somebody to talk to more often, and to exchange some of those little anxieties, so get a little pat on the back. In mixed doubles, you're both, you know, busy the whole time making the game happen. So discovering that mental toughness to be able to just focus and play the game is a little bit harder. It's a little more disciplined, and
very nice.
really nice double.
That's it.
Or? I think.
No, that's theirs.
Ja.
Thank you.
Heavy handshakes. That was a really nice double by Judith. She eliminates 2 yellow stones, and they do not have enough stones left in play to tie the game. So, according to WCF rules, that means the game is officially over, and no further stones will be played. So, the final score of this game, 10-7, won by Judith and Lee McCleary. That clearly puts them at top of the group.
Oh, where's that one come
I
from?
think already guarantees them a spot in the quarterfinals tomorrow. They have one more round-robin game, and that will be up against Van Dorp from the Netherlands this evening at 10 p.m. Our next scheduled broadcast will be today at 8 o'clock, and you'll be watching Ildi Ziekers and George Nagy from Hungary versus Noreen from Sweden. Another great matchup with great experience, both having previously won World Silver medals at World Mixed Doubles Championships in different years. And you're here at Curling Band Zoetermeer and watching Dutch Masters. Thank you very much for coming out. Xander, how did you enjoy your first commentating experience on mixed doubles?
I learned a lot of the game. Thank you very much. So I will be watching more of the live streams the coming days.
Pretty soon you'll be writing that second Curling for Dummies book
yeah,
with
probably.
a section on mixed doubles?
I will.
That doesn't exist, I understand.
It was not in the Curling for Dummies book. You're right.
Well, thank you very much for all the support from Acito, and looking forward to great teamwork together and bringing more great curling to the Netherlands. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks all the crew, Joey on the ice, Christian behind the buttons and the dials. See you tonight at 8 o'clock for the next draw, live from Zoetermeer at the Dutch Masters Curling Champions Tour. Bye for now.